So with this next pick, I'm gonna go with Troy Taylor. Yeah, believe it or
Okay, let's
not.
hear it. Let's keep
Believe it or
going. Let's
not.
keep going.
Believe it or
I
not.
love that. I love that. By the way, I love that.
Okay, because I had a feeling that you were gonna be super high on Troy Taylor. Um, but I guess I was to some degree wrong. But I'm looking at the board right now, and I'm confused as who you would take over Troy Taylor at this point.
No, no, that was who I was surprised. That's who I would have taken. That's a very surprising pick, though. I thought you would go somewhere else, but let's hear it. I'm
Oh,
excited
you
for
thought
this.
I'd go somewhere else. Oh, you thought I was like swinging for the fences.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. But yeah, I mean Troy Taylor in his time at Sacramento State, he was fantastic. He did a really nice job at Utah, being the offensive coordinator as well there. I mean, anytime you get a recruiting rank for Stanford inside this top 30, that's good news. I think the talent on this team is slowly increasing, right? Like you lose guys like Benjamin Yurcek. Okay, oh well, right? I think there is definitely some talent on this team. And the reason why I like this slightly better than Kenny Dillingham is because I think one, he will get a longer leash than Kenny Dillingham will because of the slack that you got to give for a guy at Stanford. Okay. But also the ACC schedule, right? And this is kind of a swing for the fences because it's kind of also banking on the fact that the ACC might not be as strong if a team like Florida State leaves, right? So,
yeah.
uh, that's why I was also like super high on Brett Key, and I was so pissed that you took him because I thought like in the future, like if Florida State and Clemson left, then like who are the teams there that can take the reins? You think about North
hmm
Carolina, if they don't move, but Georgia Tech's one of those teams that I think about. But it is interesting though because they're gonna have to fly across the entire country, like for like 4 games every year, which sucks a ton. But people are also gonna have to fly out to California 4 times a year.
Yeah.
So
Now is the environments is the home field advantage at
no.
Stanford not quite what it's going to be going into, and some of the if you're flying into Virginia Tech and you're playing Enter Sandman, it's going to be tough, obviously. But you dealt with that on the on the West Coast with Pac-12 schools, Wisconsin or Washington, and even I throw Washington State in there as a pretty rowdy environment at times. So yeah, I do think
In
this one's
Pullman.
interesting. I do think it's interesting because it's almost a very unknown guy. I mean, this guy came from Sacramento State. You haven't seen him in D1 before. I guess with back at Utah when he was there. But what gives me some future hope about it is right away he was able to recruit pretty damn well. We talked about it early in the year. I believe you took their under. Was it 2.5 or
It's 2.5. You get it at 3 at some places with a lot of juice, but I thought I'd get it at plus money there, 2.5. And Colorado, what in the heck are we doing?
that's wrong. Which is one of
What
the
in
yeah. So,
what
but
in the
anyways,
heck are
I
we doing?
when we talked about them in the beginning of the year, we were like the momentum is nice and the recruiting portal and the recruiting um momentum that he's having is awesome, but it's not going to help him this fall, right? And it's maybe this fall, this coming fall, it's going to help him with Elijah Brown, Benedict Uma, Dylan Stevenson, guys like that, Cole Tab coming in that can make some impacts for you. I do think the portal process is tough at Stanford. It just is, right? Um, to get that done. But what also gives me hope is the way they recruited, they put together a top 30 class, which is really impressive for a second year coaching staff that had struggle and not many people know at the DB1 level. And also, it was a very national portal class, which to me is part of the sense that you're going all the way to Pennsylvania and Virginia, New Jersey, Georgia. You're going East Coast for some of these schools, which is part of the reason why it's nice. Florida, which is part of the reason why it's nice. Connecticut with Benedict Uma. You've got these guys in the ACC, which is helpful. There, you got your ACC ties, and you have Troy Taylor and his staff, which are very, California heavy with his time, or the West Coast heavy with his time, Sacramento State, Utah, Eastern Washington, played at Cal, and all that stuff. So like that's part of the reason why, again, like Stanford, not too long ago, it was a national brand with Andrew Luck, Kevin Hogan, Davis Mills, and guys like that. Like there's some talent that has come through Stanford. McCaffrey, obviously, lighting up the NFL. So I do think it's very interesting. Toby Gerhart, I'll throw in there, stud back in the day with Harbaugh. So yeah, I think this one's a nice one. I was hoping to get him late round and steal him, but credit to you for getting the value there.